All right, guys, look at this. So beautiful. I mean, look at this. It's such a good looking gun. It's nice. It's compact. It's unique. You don't have to worry about sights flying off. And I gotta say, he put together. Look, most of it is internally, so you can't see it. Look at it, 'cause on the outside it's pristine. You know what I mean? This is it's a very nice build. All right, I'm like, oh shit, I'm excited for the black gold. Ah, look at this. Look at those. They're just so unique. And obviously, guys, this is not good for competition, but it's just fun. Look how small it is. Okay. You guys saw how small the inner barrel is too. Okay, so these you guys obviously know this doesn't shoot hot. Okay, not at all. It's you'd be lucky if you get like 300 or anything. It's like I forget the size of the inner barrel. It's like 70 or it might be 80. I don't know. It's tiny. Okay, I got for mine I got a custom HGI barrel. I was trying to fight it as I was trying to get this as high as possible, and I got a 598 in here. Okay. And I was running I was trying to run like a high FPS build, and that's why the aluminum nozzle's in there. I'm waiting for that to blow up, but it never blew up yet. Okay, we got the what's it called? The Dynamic Pro nozzle ready to go. It's sat for 24 hours, but guys, just because we let it sit for 24 hours doesn't mean, hey, take your eyes off it. You always want to make sure you check your screws every so often, okay? We replaced that screw in there. The only one that we cannot, I looked for that box and I looked for another one. I couldn't find anything that's small enough, so I don't want to waste any more time. And I'd rather he's got to go spend the time to find out. It's just not worth the pay me for my time to do this. Because at the end of the day, guys, it's really held in by here. Is it the end of the world if you don't have this screw in here? No, it's not the end of the world. Trust me, I have a lot of them, and I'll be playing and running with them. Is it good practice to do that? No. Okay? So ideally, yes, you want to get this down, but the problem is we need the same size, but I'm sorry, this is probably like a 2 millimeter. We need a head that's like significantly smaller. Worst case scenario is you would like grind the head if you can't find anything, if you really want to get that in. But that is the one screw I'm going to send him on a mission to go find, and I know he'll be able to find it. There's lots of hardware stores. You can also just revert to Amazon. But just look how good this looks, man. Okay, look at that. We don't have any friction now. We're good. Okay. All right, we're in. And I just need to talk to him if he wants to do anything extra. The only thing I know that he was particularly talking a lot about is the slide lock, not locking back all the time. And that's like, I feel like I have to do a video on that one day, because it's I'd actually say it's quite common. I get a lot of customers that will say, "Hey, I want it to lock back. What can I do?" And I keep on talking to each person, so maybe it's time I kind of just do a video all about how this works, why it locks back, and everything. Now, I know he bought several different steel safeties. Okay, he told me I don't drop my phone on me. No, it's okay. It's another room. But anyways, he bought a couple of them. This one is actually doesn't go all the way up because it's restricted on the other side. It's limited. I don't know if you guys. Okay, yeah, you might not. Okay, you can't see that. But it's physically limited. The top of it is hitting, so you would have to modify. You guys can see how it doesn't go all the way up. We have about like 0.5 millimeter to work with. Okay, maybe 0.02 or something like that. So it could go further. You can see how it's already making. You see? Okay, yeah, you might be able to see it with the. Look at that. Okay, it's going to be normal. Remember, steel versus aluminum. It's speed. It's just got a lot of inertia, force moving around. Boom, it just locks in there, and it's going to make it. So what happens? It can slip. If this keeps on locking back there, right here, and then eventually what will happen? It just might start slipping. You have to remember though. This is also, guys, dependent on the type a follower you have. Look at this. We got 3 different companies here. I'm sorry, we have 4 different companies here. Each one is going to be a little bit different. Okay, so that is something you have to keep in mind. Look, for example, look at the FPR one. This is FPR. Look how much longer this is, and it's a little bit thicker. We got ProWin that's kind of in the middle, and then we got TM, his right here. This is his mag, which is the smallest one. Look how it's a slim profile, whereas this FPR one is yeah, that's the chungus. You can see, look at that. You guys can see it from the side, and then look at ProWin, also chungus. But this one he has this TM right here. Look at it. You can't even see it. It's almost slim profile. This all adds up. And then next thing too is like, if you guys fill up the mag for 30 seconds, maybe let's say you half fill it, and if you shoot, 20, 30 shots, and you start noticing the power goes down, of course it's not going to lock back. You know what I mean? It's not going to lock back all the time. But if I put it on HPA and it's a compressor with the freaking a 4.5 gallon tank, you know what I mean? It's always going to be consistent. There's a reason why, as much as, guys, I'm not an HPA player. You've known that forever on this channel. I'm not an HPA. I love reloading. I love the feeling, putting in, reloading. I just love it. I will never adopt the hose. But HPA is superior for consistency. You're going to get almost, if you will, guys, if you're crazy about, you want to lock back all the time, HPA. Or what you have to do is you have to 100%, you have to fill up your mags 100%, and then you go play your one round, and you shoot your one mag, right? Maybe shoot, instead of filling up, like, let's say if you can hold 50 in here, which you can't, you would fill up 30 of it, shoot it, so by the time you're at the end of it, you still have a lot of power. You have a lot of power left in here. And then you go back your next round, you fill it up again. So you're just going to constantly fill it up. That's how you're going to get a better chance of it locking back. Then, of course, you need to understand what's happening here. Okay, is maybe if you have aluminum versus aluminum, okay, well, maybe this won't happen as much. But I'm not going to lie, guys. I love the steel ones. They're gorgeous. Okay, but you can switch to aluminum. And look at this one, guys. I ran aluminum. This is the new 5K one, but before this, I ran aluminum on here. Well, I'd run casted metal. Okay, I never ran steel 100% on here all the time. And look at it. And you guys know this one has been through the ringer. I dropped him. You guys can see. Okay, I'm playing active. Well, not now, but I was playing actively with him. So this was a TIKI that saw combo, whatever. All right, so that's something you guys can work with. So if it's going to be look, if you're going to play competitively or skirmish a lot, you're going to get the 5K aluminum ones, 100%. You're going to run those, and you'll just buy like a set of 3 of them, because you'll be a battle of who's going to be weaker. Hopefully it's the 5KU one, because the 5KUs are like what, $15. So buy 3 of them. Okay, and then just whenever they need to be replaced, replace them down the road, but this is going to happen. If we want to engage, make sure this locks in here more. We want to focus on getting this as high as we can. Okay, we have room in there. You guys see that? That's why it's making that pattern though. It only has, that's the highest it can go. So if you're once again the people that kind of like things being locked when you finish that last one, think about what I said with the mags. Think about your slide catch. Okay, make sure it's going all the way up. Make sure there's no friction. You don't feel anything. Make sure it's smooth. Remember, it's got that little gap that's going between the slides. So make sure there's no. I've had people send me guns and they're like, hey, my slide's gritty or something, and the slide stop was the main reason why, because it was so tight. It was making a path, and it thinned out the walls on the inside. Okay, so I'll try to do a whole video on it. That's just a little short thing on it. I'm sorry. We're gonna test shoot it. We're at 90 psi. No, I think 95 or 100. No, it doesn't look like 100. I think it's like 95 psi. Okay, we have a couple of BBs. I just want to make sure it's actually feeding, it's actually shooting. Do we even need the Kuno? This thing's going to shoot nothing. Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm look, HPA. I'm running 120. I just don't have it at 120 right now. We can we run it at 120? Yes, we can. Okay. So nice number. Look at this, consistent. That's what we're looking for. So loading nozzle, I think we're clear. Okay. 243. Once again, let's try out these ones. It's a little bit cold in here, but you know I got friends from all over the world, and I built for a customer in now where was it? Norway, Sweden. And I didn't know how to deal with the cold. It's like, oh, it's like negative. I'm like, shit, you guys are playing in that temperature? You know, and then you got to switch your buckings to the silicone one. I think silicone does better in cold. So it's a whole ball game. We don't have that here in California, guys. I'm spoiled saying, oh, it's 50 degrees in the garage and I'm wearing a jacket. I'm cold. We're just going to shoot a couple. And I'm going to talk to him. We're going to see what we need to do, what else we want to do. But main goal right now for me to start with, my starting point is, hey, does it work? Can we feed? Can we shoot? That's where we're at. Okay. This should be considerably stronger, so we should hear it. It's not some weak ass 90 psi. It's propane, but it is cold, guys. Remember, cold does affect gas mags severely, I'd say. And what you have to do is you have to bump up in power. You know, I know guys on the East Coast, they're using like, you know, red gas, CO2. You know, HPA is always going to be king, but if you don't want to use that, then you're using, you know, CO2, red gas, black gas. Well, I thought black gas is illegal now. Alright, let's do his mag first. Remember, base plate off. What we can do is, and I'll probably just let it, unless she tells me to, but you know, I'm just going to tell him, hey, just shave it down and it'll go in. Okay, easy. Pause it, click. Alright. Alright, we were 243, 10 shots, but we don't have 10 shots on each one. But look at that spread. That's HPA king, guys, but at the same time, you always want to do HPA, guys, if you can, to kind of test it. It's the best baseline you can get for the health of your gun. Oh, my brother's wife is here, and chocolate. Alright, well, let me reset it, and then we're going to wrap it up here, and I'm going to talk to him and see what he needs. And I gotta go in there and talk with him about some stuff. Alright. Alright, lock back. Alright, you guys can see it's a little bit louder. Look at that, 266 to see the alright, we peaked at 284, minimum 266, average 276, alright? 95 psi, you can see propane pushes it up, then dealing with the cold, you can feel, oh, it is cold to touch. Okay, FPR, same thing. Alright. FPR could be a little, this one is the most aggressive lip compared to the TM. So that's the one thing we were talking about. Each mag might give us different results. So average was 276. Alright, this was the Wii mag was 246, but that was at 95 psi. TM 276, so his is doing okay so far. Let's reset. Remember, once again, guys, it's just, you know, it's not like we're not doing 20 shots each, which would be better numbers, but See, look at that. Okay, let's release. And he bought Savia mags, but I told him, hey, I haven't bought them, so I don't know how those are gonna work. They kind of look like FPR. Yeah, look at this. It's not feeding it. All right. Oh, look at that. It's not even. It's the. Maybe these BBs are too shitty. Guys, we're using the shitty BBs, okay? We got one in the chamber. Yeah, look at that. All right. We're going to retire the FPR. Look at how different, look how much aggressive this is versus the TM. Guys, see that? Oh yeah, you can see that just from here. So look, this might be a problem with the DP Precision Pro. It might be really picky with mag. There's a lot of variables going on here that, unfortunately, one, this is a new loading nozzle for me, but at the same time I'm showing him and I'm showing you guys on camera. Just a quick example of how, you know, we have to check. And that's why, if anything, I always tell everyone, before you start buying lots of mags, if you have one gun, make an ecosystem around it. If it's your baby, go find out the best mags. Try to borrow from your friends if you can. Go play. Be like, oh, what kind of mag is that? And talk to each other. And they say, can I test it out? And, you know, make sure it's fully loaded. Gas. Okay. All right. Here's the Pro Win. I think he's got Pro Wins. He's got Pro Wins. So, FPR didn't work out too well. Okay. Let's see. Oh, look at that, guys. We found. Let's not celebrate this yet, but you can see from the power, you can hear it. Is it? Oh, look at that. Inconsistent, but this is significantly stronger. Look at that. Here we go. God damn. This is the one thing you can hate about Pro Wins. You have to be really picky with the BBs. But, guys, did you guys hear that the power and the difference? Look at that. The peaked, even though it wasn't consistent, I'm going to blame the BBs. $2.99. Good thing he's got Pro Wins. So when this gets to him, he should test out his Pro Wins, his TMs, and then he should test out Salvia. And make sure they're all, like, try to make sure you 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. Let them get the room temperature, you know. And if he doesn't have a chrono, then just try to do it based on sound. You know, you should. That first shot, I don't know if it translates to camera, but sometimes, guys, I'm deaf and I can hear. I'm like, oh shit, that sounds a lot stronger. Okay, and we were out and that was strong. Wow. Position. That's literally it. You know, the funny thing, this FPR one is a little bit more forward. This Pro Win one is a little bit more back. If you guys look at it position wise. So you guys see how the position, I don't know, it might be hard to tell position wise. You have to imagine, remember, the loading nozzle is sitting right here on top. This one is a little bit more forward. This one's just a little bit back, and it's off by. All right, now I'm just talking too much. I'm sorry. This should be a dedicated, a full video, but anyways, I think we got this guy up and running. What we're gonna do right now? Let me put this on what I would play with normally, not 90 psi. I don't know about you guys, but over here we play with 120 at least. I don't know if 120s. I would have to ask him, but he's got all gas mags. Let's see what it sounds like with 120s. Okay, we're gonna put some more BBs in here, and then I'm gonna start talking to him, and I'm gonna say, hey, do we need anything extra? Are we doing any tuning? Are we changing anything? What are your goals with the project? And that's it. But right now, Anytime I get a customer's gun, first goal is just to get it up and running using their parts. Okay? Well, as much as we can. Alright, we're at 120. Let's see how it does. This will also give us a test of, if it's actually consistent. We put more BBs in this time. I'm just going to shoot it. I'll shoot in front of you guys, but if we shoot more, I'm going to shoot to the side. I don't want to make too much of a mess. Alright? I still haven't figured out a perfect solution. Oh yeah, much better. Oh, there we go. Look at that. God, look how damn good this looks. You did a great job with the selection here. All silver with that gold trim. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. This looks cool. This looks cool having it gold. But yeah, I don't want that nozzle. All right, you guys see? I hope you can tell by sound and look at the numbers. Well, we shot more than 10. Shit, like I told you, I need a new chrono. All right, 4.9, 274. Peak was 277, 272 minimum. Great numbers. We know the loading nozzle is consistent. If he wants it to become more snappy, because that's one thing he mentioned, is, man, you know how you make the snappy? Is you introduce short stroke into it. That's how you can get that bam bam. Because right now this recoil spring is enough for it to go back. You can see it's got full extension. You want a snappier, you're gonna have to increase it, but then you won't get the lock back as well. Right now, this is the best setup to increase the chance of it locking back. You wouldn't want to add anything else in here. Maybe you could do a really thin rubber just to kind of help pad it. And that, because you don't want to take the chance. You could, you know what? You could afford just one rubber is all I would put. But you can see, guys, look at that. That's already going to kind of slip. So we got to talk to him, see what he wants. And I think, guys, we're gonna be okay here, unless he asks if anything else from me. But we got it working. We got it proven it's working. We got it working with his mag. You can see 120 psi is equivalent to kind of like the TM mag right here. We're gonna have to make sure this is empty. And then his one screw here. That's it. We didn't have to use anything else. The loading nozzle is working now. It's consistent. That's good, guys. So if you buy this loading nozzle, remember, the small side goes into the pick, and the big side is just reverse it. That's all. All right. If you don't know when you buy a loading nozzle and it's got something different like that, try to locate the company's website. If they don't have it, just reach out and we'll try to help you. Okay. Or hit the store. Maybe the store knows. Okay. Beautiful. Alright, I don't think we're going to have another video. If anything, it'll be private. Just for him, if he's got anything extra he wants to add or questions. Okay. Thank you, guys. Shout out to the customer as well. This is a beautiful Tiki, and then we'll be doing a review, guys, on Nova. Nova is another big company that's been making airsoft stuff for a very long time. They're more on the real steel side. If you're not familiar with them, go to boomarms.com. I've been buying from Boom Arms for as long as I can remember. So he's always been a good website. And I know there's going to be some small mistakes here and there, but other than that, I've always liked them. Okay, Boom Arms is for sure a buy spot for me all the time. It's more real steel stuff-ish. Okay, I think that's it. We got the 2024 version and the Airsoft Surgeon old school version. Okay, this is all Airsoft Surgeon except some parts, and I gotta say it's an improvement. The lettering on here, big improvement. Okay, I was always worried, sometimes as time goes on you think maybe quality will get shittier, but this feels like I have to be honest, guys, it feels like a step up, and I'm like, oh shit, you actually guys improved. It's deeper. Yeah, look at that. It's just gorgeous. I never put these on. Back then, guys, you had to glue them on. I'd never put it on. Oh, can you imagine? Just the dual wood. Alright, I fooled around enough. Shout out to him. Alright, thank you guys. See you around.